Hey guys, let's just move this mirror out of the way some way or another. I'm just going to hold this. We have just finished Muay Thai training, and we're going to talk about pressure, dealing with pressure after Bree's lovely experience at the end there.
Should I fill them in?
I think you should fill them in.
Right, so I've just tried out, I kind of tagged along to Hannah's gym and joined in a Muay Thai class. It's my first session back in fucking like ages.
By the way, top-notch training partner.
And yeah, so what was it, an hour and a half?
An hour and a half, yeah.
At the end of it, we're hitting up some sparring, and what was it? First it was a head kick, and that rocked me. Say hi as you jump on, everyone, by the way.
Yeah, do that.
It was a head kick, and that rocked me, and it was like, boom, straight away, like the emotions started to come up, you know, like the pressure. And then, you know, kind of had like a moment, backtracked, and then, yeah, just a moment later, she got me square in the gut, dropped me.
I was telling her to get me back, like, I'm like, come on, get me back, get me back. And I thought she was going to get me back much sooner than that. And it was kind of like, you know, sometimes you're not sure how far to push someone, and sometimes you get it wrong. But you know what, here she is laughing, and are you coming back tomorrow?
I can't tomorrow, I got
so on Wednesday, the next day we plan on doing it. Are you coming back? See, now I think that is a solid example of dealing with pressure well and going, you know what, it sucked, and coming back anyway.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right, with pressure. Pressure's there to get you to grow, right? So you can either allow pressure to crush you and diminish you, or you can allow pressure to be the stepping stone upon which you build a foundation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
okay.
Keep in mind that the things that are high in your value system, you will happily take both challenge and support, right? So the pressure pops up. If it's high in your value system, you'll allow that to grow you, right? If it's lower on your value system, the moment pressure pops up,
you quit.
You'll quit.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to gauge what's truly aligned with your values and what's
maybe
not.
Sit here. Hey, we can technology. And I think it's also every time you get past one of those pressure situations, you've got a choice. In that moment, you have a choice to either step up and keep going or drop down. Every time you do step up, you've got the ability to step up another level. You've grown in life in general, to be able to step up in the next level of pressure situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. We should have set this up better earlier.
Swing it. What was I going to say? Yeah, I think pressure. Human beings are so quick to like push it off as a bad thing and kind of avoid it. But when you can actually see it for what it is, it's a prime opportunity for you to reflect and learn so much about yourself. Whether it's something as simple as what aligns with my value system and what doesn't, or seeing kind of what some of the emotional patterns are, or like there's...
So like we can use training as an example again. For the last 12 months, I've been going, I'm coming back to training, coming back to training, coming back to training. As soon as there's been a little bit of pressure, like it gets to a level of pressure that I'm not ready to deal with, and I've not come back for a month again and again and again and again, and it's mostly because I go, you know what, I'm just going to do 10 classes a week straight up and I'll be sweet. And as soon as that puts pressure on the business, as soon as that puts pressure on my body, then it's like, it's too hard. So you got to step up. Like just because you're watching other people take massive leaps and do these really extravagant things, it doesn't mean that that's the level that you're at right now. You've got to take small steps in increasing your ability to deal with pressure. It's like a muscle. You grow that with practice. And I think it also helps you grow your courage muscle as well.
Oh, absolutely. I think the thing to realize as well is that like it's comparative, right? So if you think of someone who's done things like they've bungee jumps, they've jumped out of planes, they've been in like pro MMA bouts, you know, they've climbed Everest, their capacity to handle pressure, their capacity to handle all the like deep intensive emotions that pop up when they're under pressure, their capacity to handle that is going to be much further than someone who, say, it's their first ever Muay Thai session, it's their, you know, they struggle to walk, okay, like...
Even though it's not necessarily just because it's an exercise thing, though, if you have never taken a big courageous step in life in general, if you're struggling to do quit your job to start that business that you really want to do, and you've been talking about it for 20 years and you haven't done it yet, and you haven't been taking those courageous steps in other things in life, it's going to be hard to do it in anything in life. You've got to start somewhere. So if that's one of your goals is to You know, maybe open up 5 more offices, quit your job, you know, go pro in whatever sport that you're doing. Start finding other little things that put you under pressure that you can go, all right, well, this is hard and scary and I don't know how I feel about this and I could quit, but I'm going to choose to not. And in a situation where it's not going to overwhelm you and you can take that step and then you build on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you do that consistently, next minute you're doing crazy courageous things and you are you know, getting kicked in the head and 20 seconds later getting punched in the guts and getting up and keeping on going.
Yeah, I think it's just important to recognise that you can't jump in and, you know, for me, like first Muay Thai session back in like however long it's been, there's no point comparing yourself to the pros. There's no point comparing yourself to, you know, a
or
5-time world champion.
Or even comparing yourself to where you were. I think that's a big thing, is going, well, I was at this amazing level a year ago, and I'm going to compare myself to that. And compared to that, I'm shit right now. So I'm, you know, and you judge yourself for that and feel bad about it. You can't compare yourself to that because you're no longer there. You've had a year off. You have to. You are where you are today, not where you are a year ago.
Absolutely, and it's easy to fall back into that, and there can be benefits in doing that, but at the same time there's no point beating yourself up and diminishing your self-worth based on comparing yourself to the old you, because if you've shifted your behavior, it's because your values have shifted. Whether it's conscious or subconscious. If you, and we'll go with the Muay Thai example, if you've been training Muay Thai, say, you know, 5 times a week for however long, and then all of a sudden you stopped, you can't sit there and beat yourself up about that, because it's just a value shift, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I can relate to that massively, because I think, you know, I was that person that was going 5 times a week, probably twice a day, 5 times a week, and then stopped and spent a long time beating myself up over it. And it's taken me a long time to realize that that's okay. I was just doing something different for a little while. It was more important to sort out my own personal shit for a little bit, to spend some time on the business, to focus on one specific thing at a time rather than trying to do 18 things and achieve all of the 18 things like a world champion at once, which, you know, I'm only one person and it took me a while to figure that out. But once you get it, you know, it turns out that you can feel good while you're only achieving one extravagant, amazing goal at a time. And then you can build on those things.
Cool.
All right, well, I think that there's our little live for today, and I'm sure you'll see us both very soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.